Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to follow me on social media. There are links. Yes, weird, right? There are links beneath the video in the box that says description. It might not say description, I don't really know. There are links there for social media. Very big thank you to everyone who leaves a comment every single video as well to help out with the algorithm. Everything we know about crypto has changed. And also everything that was changed is apparently exactly the same. Are you confused? Because I am. So, we have been told a number of times that everything is different. The market's shifted. The market's movements are different than they've ever been before. But now apparently they haven't. Or they have, but they have notn't. Think of that one. Coinbase. Yeah, that Coinbase has released a new report. And in their report, and I say this with a grain of digital salt. There you go. And for those of you who held your hand out to get it, here's another one. Apparently, we are today on the cusp of what they're calling a full-blown altcoin season. The way that the cryptocurrency market historically works, and this is what things have shifted, is normally in January, the year after the halving, that would have been January 2025, prices begin to move up. Bitcoin does fairly well. And then at some point, Bitcoin's price begins to spike. Ethereum spikes. And then all the other altcoins go absolutely insane. You've heard it. You've seen it. You've been here for a while. If you're new, you've had friends sending you screenshots. This coin went up by 800% in 3.5 days. If you had put 1,000 into that, you'd be a bajillionaire. That kind of thing. We have thus far not seen a full-scale insanity altcoin season. However, a number of institutions and analysts are stating that it's going to happen now. And I can't imagine you can imagine the three letters as to why. E, T, and F. Yes. So, back to this same exact topic and discussion that we've had multiple times over the course of the last few months. I mean, also, now there's like a bit of the Fed interest rate stuff. If you missed that at all, rumors are that in September, that the Fed is apparently going to lower interest rates, and that would only send us even further into the stratosphere, and I'm sure no one would have a problem with that. However, apparently, it looks like Bitcoin's dominance is actually beginning to wane, to go down. We've seen a couple of consecutive days. I mean, it's nothing like, what have you. But there have been a couple of consecutive days where Bitcoin, has gone down by 1%. And then a number of other altcoins have actually risen by 3, 4, 5, 6, 15% that exact same day. Coinbase believes that the narrative that we had earlier this year, for those of you who missed that, was that Bitcoin was getting a lot of attention, which still holds true. We had a superabundance of companies. I think it's several hundred now. I think it's over 200, or 280 or something, who've announced that they're going to be buying Bitcoin like as a reserve, as a treasury, money, dollar bills, y'all. And many other coins didn't get that. We had 9 for XRP. We had, I think, 4 or 5 for Ethereum, who were just like, they really like Ethereum. But the other coins didn't really have that kind of thing. They said that they don't really think that that's a deal breaker. We've had these altcoin seasons before, and it usually just takes a fresh amount of capital to move into the market. people see that prices go up and then they basically go, oh, fudge, I want that same exact thing. They throw money into the market prices go up. More people go, this was $2 before, it's $7, I should get some now. We start getting rumors that $7's going to turn into $25, and that usually ends up kind of propelling the entire thing in that direction. Someone by the name of Miles Deutsche said that it appears that Bitcoin's dominance right now is looking extremely weak for the first time since 2024. Many coins are expected to completely outperform over the coming weeks. And I will say it is time. This is the normal flow of what we would typically see. I'm not getting into the discussion of, the breaking down of market cycles. However, we normally do see around autumn, prices do begin to move up quite awesomely. We have never had a cycle before where potentially we could be getting 60, 70, 80 ETFs at all. The idea of one ETF before was, oh my word, we got an ETF. I can't believe it. The idea of 60 to 70 to 80 just for altcoins in September, October is pushing a huge amount of this. There's another, what's this guy's name? Dan Tapiro has also announced it looks like Bitcoin's dominance is lowering. This is setting up for what he is calling a bullish case for altcoin season. And he's predicting a big rally is coming very soon for altcoins. Okay, that kind of makes sense. It looks crazy, whoever wrote this out, but okay. In an update shared with the broader crypto market, Tapiro based his prediction on the historical performance of altcoins. He analyzed the market, the total market cap, and basically said, this looks crazy. I think, like English, like on Twitter, you can't write 1,000 things, so he's missing a couple of vowels, and it looks a little crazy, but I think I got it. It says, crypto marked capped exhibit to ether. It looks crazy. It's unchanged from the 21 peak, not that much above 18 peak. He said 7 years ago, we didn't have stable coins. We didn't have DeFi. We didn't have yield. We didn't have Solana. We didn't have NFTs. We didn't have decentralized exchanges. No RWA, no AI, no prediction markets. He said all of this stuff, the DAE, as he's calling it, the digital asset ecosystem growth levels, have not yet been priced in. Altcoin season ahead. Typically, alt season is usually the thing that makes people believers in crypto. Grain of salt, there you go. We don't normally see movements of like 50%, 100% in the altcoin market. We typically see like 700%, 1,500%, and that kind of thing. We have the predictions. Why am I doing this? I'm like holding my finger. The predictions for the market and multiple coins has been getting more intense as of late, in case you missed it. A lot of people are predicting a $2,000 Solana. We have gotten more than our fair share of $15,000 Ether. That one feels believable. All this stuff that has been going on and all these banks building stable coins, that one feels a little bit more believable. We're getting a lot of $10 to $15 XRPs. I will say if we get 4, that's 20% of the applications. If we get 4 XRP ETFs approved and launched, we're probably going to see like a $12 XRP in very short time, like really, really, really fast. The main thing that we kind of need is just for it to start. Our market, will do weller if we have interest rates dropping, obviously. We will do exceptionally well if we see all these ETFs going through. But it just kind of has to move. We just need there's always a spark that begins, and then the market start kind of, does really well. But I would like to think this isn't necessarily what's going to happen. But we've never had this scenario before. I think it's cute to say, no DeFi, no stablecoins, no. The energy and the money that would flow into our market if these ETFs get approved would be tremendous. Like it would be, it would almost be terrifying at a certain point. Whatever, I'll just talk. There's usually some periods during a bull run, a bull season, altcoin season, that do get a bit scary. And you sit there and go, I'm not scared of making money. It's not the making money, it's how much money that you're making. So sometimes you will see, you'll open up your wallet and you'll see that you made 90,000 without, like, you were sleeping. The scary part comes in, like, is the market going to go higher? Should I take profits now? At some point, you'll get to a thing where you're like, wait, my portfolio says 800,000. What the fudge should I do? That's the kind of things that we normally deal with in altcoin season. And it gets really intense really, really fast. But then you put on top of that all this ETF stuff and the potential lowering of interest rates. My mind and soul tell me that we are going to have a great Q4, as it were. It's just like a matter of like how aggressive it's actually going to be. We have had a lot of people talking about that basically cycles as we know them are done, and we might see prices kind of essentially rising forever. I think we're very close. We were talking about this at the beginning of the year as well. The interesting part is that we're here, and that's always one of the scariest things in crypto as well, is that like we may talk, this is going to happen, that's going to take place, the analyst said this is going to so and so. But we're here now. September and October are supposed to be like that time where we get all the yeses or the nays, probably a lot of yeses. How high are prices about to go? We saw prices pumping because a couple of companies were like, we need to get into this. What happens when these companies like double and triple down? If your aspiration is 1 million ETH or 10,000, 15,000 Bitcoin, if prices keep rising, you can't do that. You have to throw more money into the market. If altcoins keep rising and prices go higher, you're going to have to throw more money. So it's, what's about to happen? What's about to take place? How much money are people about to make? Yeah, it's kind of cool to get a bunch of people talking about that they think we're about to enter into a crazy altcoin season. But I'm one of those people. I need to see it. I need to see like, okay, this is actually happening. You know what I'm not looking forward to at all? You know what I'm really not looking forward to? Those text messages, those calls from people who you told to get into the market years ago and they didn't listen. And then they see XRPs at $13 and then they go, should I buy? Am I buying now? And you can't break their heart and tell them like, dude, you should have bought when it was 60 cents. You should have bought a couple of years ago. And I know we're going to get to that point. It's exhausting. If this is your, get ready. If this is your first cycle, oh, it's a bug bite. I was like, what is that? It's a mosquito bite. If this is your first cycle, get ready because that's going to be really fun. A bunch of people who you told to get into the market years ago, a bunch of people who were living paycheck to paycheck, not paycheck. They didn't even have a whole paycheck. It was like they were struggling. And you told them, hey, put an extra $50 into the market, and they didn't listen to you, and they're going on their third vacation. Prepare to get some messages from them because they're going to ask you how to get into the market now, how much they should buy, and that's not how this works. Anyway, yeah, apparently alt season is nigh, like apparently now. So fingers crossed. I do hope you have all enjoyed. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a great day. morning, that your afternoon is fantastic, that your evening is even better, and that you're all having a great day. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.